Ready?
Action. What up, y'all? It's your girl Shy. We're back with another home edition. Me and Mel. We're not talking out of our ass podcast. Y'all already know what it
Yes.
is. Thank you for the views. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for all the love that we've been receiving. Um, we just want to talk, and it's just not out of our asses. So the reason why I call this podcast, we're not just talking out of our asses, is because sometimes you watch a lot of podcasts and people just be talking about nothing, right? Or just talking about things that they haven't experienced. So with this podcast and the things that we're talking about, it's about things that we have done, things we have lived, and also from our education and from our work experience.
Yes, 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 yes.
A lot of the topics will be about people and mental health and right and wrongs and about how you feel and how other people feel. I have a degree in social work. I worked for corrections for over 7 years, working with male and female in the jail. I have a and I always forget. Excuse me.
You got an
I
education
got
background.
no, and I got dang, what is it called? um, a life coach. I also got a
Certificate in life coaching.
I got a certificate as a life coach, and I don't know why I always forget that. But yes, so that is something that we're talking about from our experiences and stuff like that. Mel also has a lot of experience too. Go ahead.
So
Go ahead, girl.
I got my bachelor's degree in criminal justice. I lean more so towards psych, which is a major part of criminal justice. Worked in psych since I was about 21 years old. Transitioned from adult psych into now working with somewhat adolescents and the youth in foster care and family therapy. And yeah, that's a sum up. I worked with the elderly community. Broad spectrum of things. I like that you have the life coach part of you.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
And you know what's so funny about that, and not to talk about, when I told my friends that I was a life coach, do you know what they did?
What?
Laughed. Can you? No, I'm that serious.
I don't need to laugh.
Can you imagine telling people
Something so serious
that you did or something that you got and something that you was proud of, and the whole table laughs?
But believe this, that a lot of people are leaning towards that and therapy. Remember, in our community for a long time, we didn't see that to be a value, like life coach or therapist. I think for the first time, and I hate to say this, but I can shine a light that hip hop has changed that, where people are realizing that as a community, we will benefit from some mental health therapy, and will benefit more from life coaches. I think that for the first time in a long time, African Americans, specifically our community, African people, meaning like from all over the world, whether that be West Indian, whatever. I think that for the first time in a long time, we're acknowledging the fact that we need some extra help.
Okay.
So even if it was a joke then, it ain't funny now. A lot of people,
2 years ago.
right? But it ain't funny now. Meaning, a lot of those same people, I'm sure, are probably in spaces where they too are utilizing therapy to some level or degree. You know what
But
I
I
mean?
mean, and they laughed at me as in I couldn't do it.
Anybody can do it, yo. You'll be surprised who can motivate you,
Right.
right?
Right.
So
Let's be motivated. And if anybody out there need a life coach, hit me up. I'm really good at it. I promise. I promise. I promise.
she'll
that we
take
can
you
help
outside
out.
to box.
Right. We got boxing. We do a couple of
Yeah.
things, but let's get into even something like that, right? Me telling people that I love about something that I've accomplished and they laughing, right? Is that a way of trying to dim somebody's light? Like, is that still a way? I feel like when certain people, right, and you know who you are and you know if you're not it, like some people just have that light.
Yeah.
Some people just have that thing when they come around, everybody want to sit with them. Everybody
true.
want to talk to
That's
them.
very true.
You could be quiet and everybody's just coming to you. I remember I was at a cookout, and I tried to sit in the corner because I didn't know nobody, and everybody just kept talking to me.
Some people naturally, just to go into light, some people naturally have that light power where you attract people to you just by nature. My mom is like that. My mother has always been that way. I think that for me, that has been a thing too, where I naturally attract people, whether that be through conversation, people randomly come up to me and say stuff. You just naturally attract people. People just feel like I can talk to you, right? That is, and believe it or not, you have some people that wish that they had that that component.
Right.
Like they wish that people gravitated to them. So it's not something that you can control. It's like, it's literally like something that you're born with. Like
Yes.
you have some people that like, you have pastors that went to school to be a pastor and no one hears them. And you have a pastor that can go on that stand and the whole church is like, you know what I mean? Some people are just born with the gift where people naturally gravitate towards you. And in regards to dimming your light, I can speak from my perspective. I think that people have always gravitated towards me my entire life. I feel like I did spend a portion of my life not understanding that, like not understanding why people gravitated towards me.
Okay.
Not understanding stuff like why am I popular, because I never really understood that either. Like I still don't know why, right?
So you was popular in high school.
Right, but I don't really understand why. Like I don't understand why I mean it.
Why was she popular in high school? Why
No.
was Mel, Melicia, why?
I think it's for all the wrong stuff. It's for all the wrong stuff.
think so?
I think it's for stupid stuff like, you know, back then if you had like a body or if it was like, you know, if they feel like you dress nice. I think it was for stuff like that. For me, I didn't think that was a big thing. I didn't think it was a big deal. I don't know why, but even later on in my life, me going into college, I kind of was not like putting myself out there. I tried to stay to myself in college, but I still attracted
came to you.
because what happens is that, like I said, it's something that you don't know you have. It's like a gift, right? You just, people naturally gravitate towards you. It's not something that you plan. It's not something that you want to happen. It happens. But for me specifically, I can say that one of the things I did was I tried to run away from that for a long time.
Right. And why? Tell them one of the reasons why.
Because I didn't want to make other people uncomfortable. Like, I didn't want other people to feel like the attention was on me.
And you feel them getting angry. I feel like you feel.
And I don't
you feel the tension coming, and it's just like.
And look, my confidence has nothing to do with beauty, right? Like you got some people that are like, I'm confident because I know I look good, right? I'm very self-aware of my flaws. I'm very self-aware of myself, meaning like I don't put myself on this pedestal to say this is who I am. So it's never been a situation like that for me. Like, you know, some people like their confidence come from how they look and how others perceive them, whatever. I know that's a bad bitch or she's a whatever. It doesn't come
other people compliment.
Yeah. Or even just like if your mom had or your dad kind of like groomed you into this, knowing that you're beautiful, knowing that you're beautiful. Yes, that was never a thing for me. Like I knew, like for me, I can say that I knew my flaws. Growing up, like I knew what I had and didn't have. I was just confident because I was confident. It had nothing to do with what I exuded from the outside or what people felt like I was. Had nothing to do with that. It just was me being me, and I was just confident being me. But because I have that, I realized that a lot of people didn't. And so I would feel sometimes like, damn, I don't want to be in a situation where everyone is coming to me to talk to me, or you know, sometimes you could be out with somebody and their boyfriend sees you and now they admire you, kind of thing. Like I don't want that. So
and you feel it and it gets scary because like bro, why are you looking at me? Or
like,
why are you doing this? This girl is gonna think that, you know, or this boy. So
So you'll be places and you'll sit. Like for me, I try not to walk around people too much or walk around people's boyfriend too much. Or like I did that for a long time. Like I did that, or even now, I don't walk with the upright posture like I should, that I was told to do, like when I did modeling school as a kid, because I felt like if I like slouch a little bit, it kind of takes that attention off. And I think that I was kind of like, because how my body was since I was a child, I think that people thought that I liked that attention, so it made me want to like not have that attention. So I would try to like, which I have friends that could tell you that, like one of my really, really older friends, Christina, could say that. When I was younger, I used to like buy the book bags I used to be able to throw over my butt because I used to want to cover it a little bit. I used to try to do stuff like that because I didn't want
I feel like
that type of attention.
With a big butt, most times you don't want people looking at it because it's all you've been getting attention since elementary school. You know, your mother, your cousins, like that big old butt, that girl, you're used to it, and it's like annoying. Like,
right.
You know, girls that's born with big butts, we don't take pictures like we take pictures like, look at my face.
That's
you know,
so true.
It's face pictures. I'm not showing.
That's so true.
I'm not showing
That's
you my
so true.
butt.
That is so
I
true.
don't like. If I see girls doing like, I'm like, oh, that's a new butt.
That's a new butt.
Because we don't do that. We wear
true.
long sweaters. We wear big khaki pants. You try to do things
because if you got it, it's gonna
slow
show.
It down.
Right.
And it still shows, and they still comment. And I just think you get tired of those comments.
Right. Like I have my a friend of mine now, Ramona, will always say like, she's like, girl, pop out, like, and my friend Sade been telling me that for years, like, yo, stop dimming your light, like for people, or like I'll be like I'm never a person that would like, girl, what you gonna wear? Like, I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
if you wear what you wear, and I decide I'm gonna wear sneakers today because that's what I feel comfortable in,
Right.
I'm not gonna change my look because of what you have on.
Right.
I don't really care because I feel like I just don't care. I
And I
just want to
think
be
that's
comfortable in my skin.
Yeah.
But I can come out. I've had situations where I come out with anything and I'm still gonna get the same. It doesn't matter. I'm
Yeah.
still gonna get the same attention.
Yeah.
So just little things like that. And I've had friends, like really good friends. I'm like, girl, stop. Like, stop dimming your light. Like I said, my friend Shadi used to always tell me, like, Melissa, I don't care about that. Stop dimming your light. Like, stop feeling like you don't need to have to suppress yourself to make other people feel comfortable.
And I told you
like,
that. I was
yeah.
like, I feel like my light is bright, your light is bright, and let's
Yeah.
fucking explode with fucking it's too bright in here. Like I feel like that's
Yeah,
a beautiful feeling
yeah.
when you look at the sky and it's a bunch of stars. It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
One star, you be like, damn, where the rest of the stars at?
Right, right.
You know what I mean? It's like let's be bright as hell where people can't even look at
Right,
me. You
right,
can't even
right.
look at me because I'm too
Right.
bright for you. I irritate you, and now that I got my other bright light next to me, I know ain't nobody can stop us.
But I just feel like I finally got to a place in my life where I realized I'm a shape that I cannot fit in. I'm a shape that's irregular, and I cannot fit in. Meaning, like, who I am is who I am, and it's not for me to fit in. It's for me to just be who I am.
Exactly.
Right. So it's not. I can't. I'm no longer at a place where I'm like dimming it. It's more so accepting that. Listen, if your presence is supposed to be powerful, this is clearly God gave you this gift for a reason.
Right.
So I'm finally at that place in life. It took me a while to get here, but I'm finally there.
I think I'm there, but I do notice how people can get bothered when I'm around.
Mm-hmm.
And I also used to have like family members who used to get mad because, or like their friends want to be my friend now, and that happens a lot. Like I'll meet people and their people want to like, let me get your number, da, da, da. And I've learned to be like, oh, ask her, or what's your Instagram? Because I know sometimes
People start thinking you stealing their friends and all
yeah,
that.
but it's not even on purpose. I'm just way more funner than you. I don't know what to do
Yeah.
about it. And I don't even want to hang out with your friend. You know what I mean? The person with the bright light, we also don't go around collecting everybody's number.
That's
because,
true too.
It's like you get it all the time. So it's not like, oh, I'm excited. It's like, oh, girl.
Your presence naturally command attention.
Yeah.
But if you're around people who are not as confident, it makes them feel smaller. So I've learned for a long time I was shrinking myself in rooms with certain people because I didn't want them to feel small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give you an example. And I'm going to say this, and I know I shouldn't, but really, wait, tell me. I was supposed to start off with this, y'all. My grandmother died. Rest in peace, Grandma Cindy.
Rest in peace, Grandma
This episode
Cindy.
is dedicated to my Grandma Cindy. Grandma Cindy was the best. We grew up in the country with pigs surrounding us. I grew up in a very country lifestyle. Very country lifestyle. They had Grandma Cindy and Grandpa Thurman, rest in peace. He died when Carly was born, and she died a couple of days ago. But rest in peace. And shout out to my mother. Her birthday just passed. She turned 64. And this is where this conversation kind of came from. Because I went with my
Shout out Aunt Nisi.
Yo, I went with my mother, and most of y'all, if y'all seen my mother, she's a nice looking lady to be 64. To the point that I remember that one of my friends was like, "Damn, Shanice, your mother body look better than yours," and I was like, "I need to get."
And she got slim. So imagine when she had her weight and she was fluffy.
She right.
Yeah.
Her body is T. So, and that sucks when you have a mother that look good, because then you always really got to keep yourself up. Like,
yeah, my mother forces me to keep myself up,
like
for sure.
You're not gonna look better than me, because they would love to tell you.
Yeah, yeah. My mother still buy me clothes at times. Like, yeah. So my mother is big on that. Yeah.
But we was at the bar, and it was my mom's birthday, and somebody that I know, my mother's 64. The lady got to be around the same age, but I saw her just like rolling her eyes at my mother, or the DJ. The DJ was like, "Shout out to Nisi," and she's like screaming at the TV, like, "Yeah, go Giants!" Like she's trying to scream over the DJ, saying like "Happy Birthday." And I'm just like, what is going on? And then I seen another lady, and I'm like, Mom, what did you do to these ladies? And she was like, Chinese, I don't even speak to them. And I was like, that's the problem. So
they mad.
It's crazy to see like that it doesn't stop. You know what I mean? That it doesn't stop. And the people that, I'm not gonna say y'all lights are not bright. I'm gonna say that maybe you haven't got to that part to brighten up your light, because there's no way. I don't want to call you a hater. Maybe you just misunderstood, or things went on in your head. but you can't be a hater and have a bright light.
Yeah, you can't.
Like, you cannot be a hater and have a bright light. Most people who have their bright lights are like, yes, girl, go get it.
Right,
Go,
right. They're
like,
confident. The
hey.
confidence. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
And
yes.
sometimes you don't, sometimes you want to lay back. So, here, you take this bright light today, girl. I'm tired. I don't
Right,
want all
right.
this.
Like, I don't
I don't want
mind.
people talking to me today.
I don't mind sitting
You know,
back. I don't
I
mind
don't
sitting
mind
back.
sitting back. I don't mind sitting back. So yeah, let us know how y'all feel about that. No, me and Melissa did not plan these colors.
I was gonna say
I
that.
don't.
Like, she came to the door and I was like, Shanice, like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
It just happens. It's the flow, I guess. So
the synergy.
it's synergy.
Yeah.
What's that?
But no, I was gonna also say, just to add to that, my mom was like that. My mother still today. My mother's 67 years old. She looks amazing. And that's something that she has always experienced. It could be friends, it could be people that you're around. My mother go out and people be eyeing her from head to toe and in her face and admiring her skin. And sometimes it's not even admiration; it's more so like this bitch.
Yeah.
So that's something that she's seen growing up her entire life.
Right.
But like my mom and your mom, they own who they are.
Right.
So they're
Flaws
not
and all.
right. They're not willing, and that's what I mean. It took me a long time to own who I was. So they're not dimming their light. They're like, I'm just me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they're not saying I'm the baddest bitch, but it's like,
No.
I'm me.
I'm
So
me.
even though they're not saying I'm the baddest bitch, they exude bad bitch energy.
Right.
And that's what other people see, and that makes them uncomfortable.
And then they see their daughters and they're like, oh.
They're like, okay.
Right, okay, it went in the family. It went in the family.
Right.
Dang.
But that's something to like. I feel like that's something that happens a lot. That's something that we don't speak on a lot. And dim and light could be deeper than that. Dim and light could be for us, even little stuff like even saying like I'm married, or speaking of your husband, or speaking of your kids, or speaking on your happiness.
Dang, you can't speak on nothing because
You
somebody
can't.
don't have something and they get.
And I have a friend who said to me once that you don't know whose ego you're stroking. So even when you come into them with your little bad news, you got to be careful, because that person may not be a person, like you said, who don't have the light. And now you're talking to them about something that's happening in your life, and instead of, you thinking that they're like filling you up with warmth and this and that, but the truth is that you're stroking the fuck out their ego, because they want to hear that some shit done fell apart. Like, you know what I mean?
They're happy.
Right.
But you know when somebody's happy if you're doing bad from their response.
Yes.
Like, they say something.
Sometimes you don't know though, Shanice. That's
play it
actually
well.
scary.
But
Yeah.
those are the good ass manipulators and the good ass. It takes
People
levels.
learn. Listen, some people don't go to acting school, but they sure do got them skills. And some people are very great impersonators and have amazing representatives that show up that you think this is who they are, but it'd be a whole nother person.
It will show. Right?
Yes, time
It's always
tells.
a slip up because you always, at the end of the day, have to be your original self. Sometime.
People, for sure, people are who they are. So whether you want to or not, who you are is going to present itself. The messed up part about that is that might take 15 years. Like, you might be talking to somebody and not know that they are who they are. It's 15 years later. Now you like, what the fuck? Like, I
Do you think
wasted
people
all this
become
time.
that, or they just always just like was
You know what?
hiding it?
I feel like a lot of people are like that the whole time, And it's like something might happen, and it's like, because I speaking from a personal place, I've experienced something that was kind of wild, where the individual and I kind of are not really speaking, and I'm very confused about what happened, right? And trying to go into what the hell took place that took it there.
Right.
And I still can't get to that place of what took it there. So it's like you try to add up all these little things, and then even then it's just like, wow, but I still don't get it, because, so I feel like you never really know, because some people can be around you and people can impersonate, like, and I'm not calling this person a devil, let's make that clear, but the devil is really good at mirroring who you need that person to be. So they can mirror a person who's coming to you with empathy.
They hear what you're saying, so they
Right.
feed.
They
feed
can
those
mirror
little
a
things.
person who you feel like is in your life for the right reasons. They can, he's very good at impersonating those things, and then out of nowhere, just, he'll stab you, attack your ass.
Yeah.
So that's the thing about that. So you
think
don't
that's-
really know,
I think that comes from also oversharing.
That does come from oversharing.
Sometimes we overshare and we're telling the person all of our business, but you realize the person ain't telling you nothing back.
Hold on,
You know
but
what I mean?
Look, so another thing, that I'm learning about, that I've learned about myself maybe 2 years ago, right? Is that even like speaking about that, I am an empath, right? I didn't know nothing about what that was, right? I feel things more immensely than other people. Where if we have a conversation about something and you telling me a story, I can literally like almost like visualize the experience and feel it when you telling me the story. Like I'm like, damn, he got shot like how?
Yeah, right.
And now I'm picturing the scene, and my brain has always been graphic that way, which is why death was always harder for me to digest. But I didn't understand that, right? Which is why some things were harder for me to digest. So I I know I'm going off on a tangent,
It's okay.
but just to kind of like say, because I was like that, you tend to gravitate towards people to share your experiences because I need to dump it. Not to say that you trauma dump, but you need to let it go somewhere,
Yeah.
right? Because
I can't believe this happened.
Yes, like, oh my gosh, that girl died. Like, what did you hear?
Yeah.
Then it's like, it could be something small, but it's like I dissect it. So it's like, yo, I gotta speak to Shanice about this because, I looked into this a certain type of way. So in situations like that, you can overshare, right? And because you're so, like for me, I'm so, like everything I feel so immensely, I need to get it out of me so I can feel better about my fucking day.
You gotta empty it.
I have to empty it somewhere.
It gotta go.
Yeah, so because of that, sometimes you can put yourself in situations where you overshare. That's why for me, my circle has become very small because I realize I cannot have this conversation with everybody. I cannot divulge personal information with everybody. And because of who I am, I'm learning more about myself. It's made me kind of like re-examine certain conversations that I've had with people.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't supposed to share that part of me with you.
I think I'm
You
still
wasn't supposed to
working
know
on
that.
I'm
Like,
still
you
working
know?
on that.
Yeah, like you wasn't supposed to know that.
I'm still working on that because
Yeah.
sometimes in that moment when you're going through it, it's like I want to tell you, but I should have remembered last time I said something to you. You repeated it back or you said something, and I'm still oversharing. That's what I know. I need
It's true,
help.
but it's not. But it's not just that too, because you and I can share this experience. It's empathy and anxiety, right? I'm very empathetic. I know I'm an empath because I feel everything, right? But then I also, because of the anxiety, when I'm in a moment,
No, spin that
spin it
back.
back. So because I'm an empath, and I have anxiety, which I can say I have anxiety, meaning like there's certain things that are more troubling to me. There's certain things that I might overthink. There's certain things that give me jitters, make me uncomfortable. Like anxiety presents itself in so many ways.
Right.
I think I'm more high functioning with it because it doesn't deflate me. It makes me work 10 times harder. So if I'm anxious, I'm gonna clean the fuck out my house.
But you can overwork
I'm gonna wipe down
yourself.
walls. You can't overwork yourself because you're trying to get it out, right?
Yeah.
But I have to burn it out so that I can go to sleep.
That's why I was up all last night. It's like
I gotta burn
like
this.
You have to, or you'll be up. It's like
So
it's in your
because of that, two things I've learned. If I'm upset about something, I got to talk about it. And this is why you get into situations where you can tend to overshare, right? So I'm breaking it down for you. This is how, because this is
I like about this podcast, we're not talking about as I feel like I actually be learning stuff at the same time while I'm listening.
Right. And I'm speaking from a place of my own experience because I mean, I'm sure others can relate, but this is how I've realized how I am as an individual, which is why I have to filter. I have to filter out who I can speak to because some days are more intense than others. And I can't be on the phone with the wrong person. Because on top of the fact that I am an empath, I can pick up your emotions. You could walk in here and I just start feeling sad because I can feel that I can feel your sadness and I can feel how you're feeling, right? And so I think that's one of the reasons why, because you probably don't even realize you're an empath, but I feel like that's also with you. You may not realize that you feel others, right? And then on top of that, you also have anxiety.
Yeah.
So now you're in a situation where it's like, yo, I gotta tell somebody what the fuck happened last night.
So that's the thing about me. I feel others, right?
Yeah.
But I don't take their energies.
Which is really good.
I learned how I won't take your energy, or I'll be like, I gotta go. Because I feel myself getting sad, or feel like
you getting sucked in.
Yeah, and I don't like it, right?
Yeah.
But not saying that I won't be there for a person, but not right
But
now.
you don't understand what I mean by take it. You're not taking it like it's thing. What I mean by it is that because you can feel it, it's still impacting you.
That's why I gotta go.
Right. Because if you're around somebody who is dealing with a lot of sadness,
it'd be too much.
that's like me. I like that funerals be one day now. I can't do 2 days of service.
Yeah.
Like this is
That's
overwhelming.
it's 2 hours. 3
It's
hours.
overwhelming. Like, please, if I die today, please hear this and bring this around. if y'all could get me in the hole the day that I die, I would really appreciate it because I just don't like.
That was your emotional ass husband. He gonna beat us up, all of us.
I told him the same.
Like,
I told him the
"Fuck
same thing. Like
that."
I
You
just.
gonna put your ass
Sorry,
on a
sorry, not the
chair.
hole, not the
Yeah.
hole, the incinerator. Because please save my money. Like,
I
don't
feel like-
don't spend extra
No,
money.
that's so funny.
But
'Cause
you
I
get
was
what I'm
in the
saying.
ocean the other day, and I was like, I think I just want to put my ashes in the ocean.
It's actually not a
That's
bad
like-
idea.
Put my ashes.
Or just put my body, wrap me like Bin Laden, throw me in the Mediterranean.
The whole joint.
The whole joint.
Just throw my ass.
Yeah, ain't there aliens down there? But either way,
It
but
doesn't sound like it hurt. I might be alive a little bit.
you gonna
Let me-
die twice.
Let me find a mermaid down that bitch. They might bring me back.
But that was my issue. So I've learned now, not to go off on a tangent, that I have to keep my circle small because I can't put myself in a situation to be vulnerable. I don't know if I pulled my mic off, but I don't want to put myself in a situation to be vulnerable around the wrong people because I experienced that a lot. And I cannot be around the wrong
I'm still
people.
working on that because
Yeah.
sometimes I know that I'm telling the wrong person something.
And you can't even stop yourself
And I
because you
can't
just,
stop it.
you're
I
word
have
vomiting,
to.
you're word vomiting, you're word
I
vomiting.
have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not good because at the time when I'm telling them, it sounds like they're giving me good feedback or listening.
But you just need to get it out.
But everybody don't need to know that. Needed to know that. You know what I mean?
Yes, that was
And
unnecessary.
it's not. It won't even be something that deep, but. Sometimes when people know shit about you, they feel like they know stuff about you.
Girl.
Oh, she can't say that because I'll say. Oh, I will say.
Yeah, and they remember for the wrong reasons. They remember it. I got receipts.
That's what I mean.
I got receipts.
Like, girl.
Because when you were saying this,
I
because
would
I
tell
got
my business, anything
Yeah.
I do, I'm never like really shameful in that. And that's why I come from like moving with good intentions and moving with kindness, I think will get you a very long way. Right? Just like if you know you don't like somebody or you know you're gonna be mean or something like that, don't even go.
That's facts.
So, because the thing is, like, I want to move with good intentions. The thing is, we need to get to that next level. That's why I keep talking about getting to that next level. How do you get to that next level?
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out, but I think it's eliminating some people and just moving with kindness and knowing what you're doing and saying no. We talked about saying and saying no. I feel like so it's so funny. So in jail, not to bring up jail, but in jail, what they taught us that you should no will be your favorite word in here.
Yeah.
If you say no, you have a great career, right? And when I started working there, I was good with saying no because I guess it's work. Like no, leave me alone. It was easy. But in my personal life, I think saying no is a little harder. But instead of saying yes, I just don't answer. So I need to learn how to say no because now I'm just ghosting.
Yeah, because now you're doing avoidance.
Now I'm doing avoidance because I feel like you should know. But you don't know, I guess.
But when you say no, it releases so much anxiety.
I believe that.
But
I have anxiety to say the no.
Yeah, but once you say it,
the anxiety is
that
good.
shit start flowing off the back of your tongue.
No.
Exactly. But it starts to feel like now I'm at this point in my life, I will invite myself somewhere. I can't make it. I'm so sorry. I'm having this. I'm so sorry. I can't make it. Or I can't do this. Oh, can you do this? No, I don't really have it to do that. No, and I feel so much better doing it because in the past I've said yes to some things that I really wanted to say no to, but then you have to live with the regret of the yes.
Yeah, because then something happened you didn't want to be.
And then if you have anxiety, the anxiety attacking you through the yes. So what would you rather do? Say no and be anxious within a minute and then be good by tomorrow, or say yes and be like, damn, on October 25th, I done made a commitment.
Yeah, and you keep looking at that date. Guys,
So I'm not doing
are y'all good with saying no? Like, is no easy for you? Are you still saying yes to your parents, to your boyfriend, to your girlfriend? Because I feel like those are the people where it gets a little harder to say no to people that you love. But they got to get no's too, because people that you love will also know you don't want to do it, but know you're going to say yeah and still ask you.
So here's the thing. I'm glad we brought this up. There's two people in this world, right? You have givers and you have receivers. And then you also have givers who give because they got it to give. And then you have givers who give because they just will give their last. They'll give their last, right? That's the favor banking thing we talked about the other day. That's different.
I'm like, you need to calm
But,
down.
right. So you have some people that will give you their last. They have their last, they'll give it to you. You have those be the family members that if you need somewhere to stay, you could come live with them. You're going through a problem, they'll be there. Those people always end up in situations with people who know to ask them. And those are the hardest people who learn how to say no. My mother struggled with the word no. And because I think she struggled with the word no, it's become very easier for me to learn how to say no.
Easier.
Yes. easier, because I've seen a lot of instances where she was taken advantage of, where she should have just fucking said no, right? So I feel like that's what it is
So you
too.
learned from her experience.
Right. And like I said, you have givers and you have receivers and you have takers. Some people who know that you always gonna be able to do something and just take. Whether that be your energy, things, whatever. Like that's just what they set up to do. So you really have to learn how to say no, because you will drain yourself really quickly around the wrong people.
Yeah, like I don't believe in draining myself no more, but I do have to learn how to say no, and not just avoid.
Yeah, avoidance is
Cause
trash.
stop calling me. But then I
And I'm
got
not gonna stop.
And you know, I had to think about like Shanice, what kind of person was you before, right? Because
You was the person that was saying yeah.
So that's why they won't stop. Because
Exactly.
Somebody will call me friends, family, a stranger. I'm like, dang, I'm not answering. And if somebody don't answer my phone call, I stop calling them. It's like,
No.
Also, you think that people gonna do what you do. Or you think that people get to him, but they really don't. You really have to speak the words. I do agree.
That's why I said
that.
you have to say
You
no.
have to
You
say
have to
no.
say no.
You do have to say I don't want to
can't
go. I don't want to do that. I don't have that, because
feel
people would
better.
just
You
because
feel
people
better.
really be assuming or
And
just
you feel better. You feel
You
better.
feel better.
You feel
She's so
better.
serious.
Your
She's so
whole
serious.
energy, even if you like, you have the build of anxiety initially. Once you say, you be like, yo, you feel
like a
better.
relief.
You're not taking it with you. It's like, I can't do it. I'm so sorry. And it feels so much more easy. I mean, yo, you get to pour into yourself more, because now you're not taking everything that you have to put into somebody else. Sometimes, you can't be filling other people's cup and your shit is empty. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't have nothing to give, whether that be energy, conversation, support, whatever.
Okay.
You don't got the money, whatever. You just may not have it.
So when you say no, for people who's having a hard time saying no to people, do you give an excuse with it? Is there
No, I
Damn.
used to give an excuse. I used to be like, oh, no, I'm not going to be able to make it.
So how do people transition just to saying no? Is it something that you just one day got to say no and
I won't be able to make it. Like, perfect example, you get invited somewhere. I won't be able to make it, but you could give me your address. I'll send you a gift. And sometimes
But what if I don't want to say no? I mean, that's just
you could just say, I'm just giving it. That's an option. So let's just say that's a wedding or something like that.
I'll send a gift.
Or you could be like, I won't be able to make it. And you don't have to go into detail about why. Now, if it's like somebody that's really, really close to you and you feel like that you feel the need to go into explanation, then that's cool. But it could just be, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
Like, my little brother done asked me to do some outlandish things. I'd be like, no, I'm not doing that. That's crazy. Wow. Call somebody else to do it. I'm not doing that. Like, you know what I mean? And like I said.
She said,
like,
wow.
Wow, that's so crazy. I just can't. You know what I mean? I can't believe you have that experience.
Right.
But I can't help you get out of it either. Like, but, because nothing is worse than you saying yes and then regretting it. You know what I mean? Now you gotta live with the fucking yes that you said.
So that goes into like lesson learned.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Are we learning our lessons after these things, or just period? I feel like when we do things or stuff happen in our lives, it's supposed to be a lesson, guys. Like,
Absolutely.
You're supposed to learn something from it, and sometimes you won't get in 20s, sometimes you're just living, I get it. But once we get like into like the later 20s, the 30s, like we have to pay attention to these lessons learned. And I think that's the reason why we be 40, 50, 60, 70.
Still learning.
Still learning and still doing the same exact thing.
It's funny, but according to Eric Erickson's stages of life, I'm bringing it all back to psychology, right? By that time, 50s and 60s, a lot of people start to experience that despair, where they start looking back in these years and like, yo, I really fucked up my 30s, or I messed up there. You start, because if you didn't do the things that you were supposed to do in all them other stages, you start to feel like,
because you ain't nowhere.
By the time I got here, damn, I messed up.
I could have been.
I could have done. You live with a lot of regret, which is something that we see a lot of people in that age do. They appear to be way more depressed, because now all you have is these pictures and memories of things that you started that you didn't complete, things that you could have done but you didn't, time that you lost, time that you wasted, that you can't get back. At that point, some people are, remember, like, a lot of people don't live past 70. So
that's what I'm saying. They probably feel like they're closer to their death.
This is
not
really,
like that.
Yeah, but this is really our golden years.
Yeah.
Like, people say 40s and 50s, but as we can see, we're losing a lot of people even in our damn classes that we went to school with. So, these are our real golden years. Like, if we don't get it together right now, we really about to fuck some shit up. And I don't want to be, like, I really don't want to be My goal in life, I do not want to be 50 years old talking about, yo, I should have fucking did that.
Or I don't want to be 50 years old and need a cane to walk up some damn stairs or something. You know?
Exactly. Like you wanna just make sure that, like you said, you live your life in a way where it's somewhat purposeful. You do the things that you need to do, because nothing is worse than being in despair. Now you gotta be looking back like, damn, I fucked up that money.
Right, and you've been regretting it.
That money.
Yeah, I done. Oh my God, ain't nothing like fucking up somebody. You ever got a big lump sum and then you realize what the hell did I do with that money?
Yep.
Somebody give me a lump sum right now. I swear to God, I'm gonna do the right thing.
You know why? Because a lot of people who don't know how to say no, they get the lump sum. Here, and you pass it. And there's nothing wrong with giving. And doing things, but
you're giving it to people
and we can segue to almost a wrap up with this. Okay. My godmother, Auntie Colleen.
Shout out to Auntie
I can't
Colleen.
stand her sometimes, but I love her to death because so many jewels that she dropped on me as a kid that resonates to me still today.
Okay, so I got something to say after. All right, go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like we give, we got to pray before we give to people.
Okay.
Right? Because some people are living in their testimony and some people are going through things, and that goes for givers, right? Mm-hmm. Some people are going through things that they're supposed to go through, and they're supposed to be there. Mm-hmm. And so we need to pray before we put ourselves in some positions to give. Okay. Because sometimes we help people, like my mom and a lot of people I know who help some people, and in the process of help, you realize that some shit happened or stuff blow up or things start going, in directions that you weren't expecting. Not necessarily with that person. It could just be your life. Because you are now participating in someone else's testimony.
It wasn't your job, it wasn't about you.
Yeah, this ain't about you.
Let the girl learn.
Yeah, some people are supposed to hit rock bottom. They're supposed to hit the floor. Not necessarily that they're going to fall and crash. Well, I guess crash, but even if they hit it, they're supposed to be able to hit it so they can bounce back. And sometimes it's not your job to intervene in that process, because when you do, a lot of times you delay the things that you're supposed to be doing for yourself. So even if you have to be that support for other people, my aunt, Auntie Colleen told me this, you really need to pray, because everybody is not supposed to get a helping hand. And we can sometimes reach out to help the wrong person. And that's why sometimes saying no is valuable. But hey, take it or leave it.
We're not just talking out of our ass.
Take it or leave it.
So we're gonna wrap up. We're gonna wrap up with it, y'all. Tune in for next week's episode. I hope y'all enjoy this. This is Sean Mel, and we're gonna be here next week. And I hope that y'all learning. I hope that y'all getting something from it. And if you guys have any subjects that you want to talk about, let us know. Anything that's on your mind, anything that's like with your family. That's what I kind of want to start doing. We're gonna start taking some questions, like. And maybe y'all could call in. Maybe we do something where y'all could call in.
Call-ins would be
Maybe
dope.
we'll do something where y'all could call in and, you give us what y'all,
I like that.
you gotta think, y'all. Yeah. That's why you have to do stuff, because when you do stuff, you think of other things to enhance what you're doing.
Positivity with the creativity, you get to create.
That's
more.
it. That's it. Bring them lights together, y'all. And but this is Shy. This is Gurrltalk. This is Mel, my co-host. Shout out to her. Thank you. Till next week.
Till next week.